So more Americans are leaving the United States for good.
Many U.S. citizens are moving out.
Some Americans have simply had enough, and they're packing and moving their families all the way to Europe for a new life.
Many U.S. citizens are moving out.
That, oh my gosh, we have got to get out of here.
What if I told you that some of America's most iconic states are slowly fading away? In this video, we're about to uncover the shocking truth behind the 9 fastest declining states in the U.S. as of 2024. You might think you know which states are struggling, but prepare to be surprised. Imagine a state once known for its booming economy and growing population, now seeing thousands of residents leave each year. This isn't just happening in one place. It's a trend affecting multiple states across the country. The numbers are alarming. Some states are losing tens of thousands of residents annually, reshaping the demographic landscape of America. As we reveal each state on our list, you will see how these shifts could have far-reaching consequences. These population changes aren't just about numbers. They have the potential to alter the economic and political fabric of our nation. From job markets to congressional representation, the impact of these declines could be felt for generations to come. When you think of California, what comes to mind? Sun-soaked beaches, Hollywood glamour, and Silicon Valley innovation. Well, prepare to have that image shaken. The Golden State isn't shining as brightly as it once did. Believe it or not, California now ranks as the 9th fastest declining state in America. Let that sink in for a moment. The state that was once the epitome of the American dream is experiencing a significant exodus. We're talking about a loss of 0.2% of its population. That's roughly 38,965 people packing up and leaving in just 1 year. But why are so many Californians saying goodbye to the land of opportunity? The answer lies in a perfect storm of economic pressures. Unaffordable living costs have turned the California dream into a financial nightmare for many residents. It's not just about sky-high housing prices anymore. Even everyday essentials like groceries and transportation have become increasingly expensive, stretching household budgets to the breaking point. And it's not just individuals feeling the pinch. Businesses are also heading for the exits. Remember when Elon Musk moved Tesla's factory from California to Texas in 2020? That's just one high-profile example of a broader trend. Companies are finding it increasingly difficult to operate profitably in California's challenging economic environment. But the problems don't stop at the cost of living. California's infrastructure, once the envy of the nation, is showing its age. Crumbling roads, outdated public transportation, and an overtaxed power grid are all contributing to a decline in the quality of life for many residents. It's a stark contrast to California's glory days. As one observer put it, gone are the days of technology booms and gold rush when California used to see growth like never before. The state that was once a magnet for dreamers and innovators is now watching talent and resources flow outward. Now, you might be thinking, so what? It's just one state. But here's where things get really interesting. California isn't just any state. It's an economic powerhouse that has long been a driving force for the entire country. Its GDP rivals, that of many nations, and its industries, from tech to entertainment, have global reach. So, what happens when a state of this magnitude starts to shrink? The ripple effects could be felt far beyond California's borders. We're talking about potential shifts in national economic trends, changes in political power dynamics, and even alterations to cultural influence. Think about it. Fewer Californians means less representation in Congress. A shrinking tax base could lead to reduced funding for crucial programs and services. And as talent leaves the state, will Silicon Valley be able to maintain its position as the world's leading tech hub? But perhaps the most concerning aspect of California's decline is what it symbolizes. If the state that represented boundless opportunity and innovation for generations is now losing its luster, what does that say about the state of the American dream itself? As we move forward in our countdown of declining states, keep California in mind. Its story serves as a stark reminder that even the mightiest economic engines can sputter. And if you think California's situation is surprising, just wait until you see what's coming next on our list. Remember the bustling factories and thriving industrial centers that once defined America's East Coast? The landscape is changing, and not for the better. As we continue our journey through the fastest declining states, we arrive at some unexpected entries that paint a sobering picture of economic transformation. Pennsylvania, the Keystone State, finds itself in an unenviable position as the 9th fastest declining state in the nation. From 2021 to 2022, Pennsylvania's population shrank by 0.32%. That might not sound like much, but it represents tens of thousands of residents packing up and leaving. What's driving this exodus? A perfect storm of economic challenges. High taxes are a major culprit, pushing both individuals and businesses to seek greener pastures elsewhere. The lack of fiscal stability in major cities like Philadelphia has only exacerbated the problem. As one observer noted, the state lost 0.32% population as people migrated from big cities of Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia, to other states with more stability. But it's not just about taxes. Pennsylvania's job market is struggling to keep pace with other states. The unemployment rate stands at a concerning 7.4%, well above the national average. For many residents, the choice becomes clear: stay and face limited opportunities, or move to states with more robust job markets. Moving northeast, we encounter another surprising entry on our list: Rhode Island. The Ocean State ranks as the 7th fastest declining state, with a population decrease of 0.3% between 2021 and 2022. As one source puts it, Rhode Island just stepped onto the list of rapidly dying states in the U.S. The state faced a massive decline of 0.3% in population. What's behind Rhode Island's unexpected population loss? The answer lies in a combination of factors that are making life increasingly unaffordable for many residents. At the heart of the issue is a housing crisis that's pricing out longtime inhabitants and deterring newcomers. The numbers are staggering. The median home price in Rhode Island sits at approximately $462,000, a whopping 133% higher than the national average. This extreme cost of housing is forcing many Rhode Islanders to make difficult choices about their future in the state. But the problems don't stop at housing. Rhode Island's economic growth is lagging behind other states, creating a challenging environment for both established businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs. The state is not considered a favorable place for starting small businesses, further limiting economic opportunities for its residents. As we step back and look at the bigger picture, the implications of this East Coast exodus become clear. These aren't just isolated incidents of population decline. They represent a shift in the economic and political landscape of the entire region. Consider the potential long-term consequences. As populations in these states continue to shrink, their political influence on the national stage could wane. Fewer residents mean fewer representatives in Congress, potentially reducing these states' ability to shape national policy and secure federal funding. Economically, the outlook is equally concerning. A shrinking tax base could lead to reduced funding for essential services and infrastructure improvements. This, in turn, could make these states even less attractive to businesses and residents, creating a vicious cycle of decline. Moreover, as talent and resources flow out of these once mighty industrial centers, the entire region's economic stability is at risk. The East Coast has long been a powerhouse of American industry and innovation. If this trend continues, we may see a significant shift in the nation's economic center of gravity. Yet, it's important to note that decline isn't destiny. These states have faced challenges before and have the potential to reinvent themselves. The question is, will they be able to reverse course before the exodus becomes irreversible? What if paradise isn't all it's cracked up to be? As we continue our journey through America's fastest declining states, we encounter some unexpected entries that challenge our perceptions of the American dream. Hawaii, often hailed as a tropical paradise, finds itself in the unexpected position of being the 7th fastest declining state in the nation. The Aloha State experienced a significant population decrease of 0.48% between 2021 and 2022, translating to a loss of approximately 7,000 residents. This exodus from an island paradise may seem puzzling at first glance, but the reasons become clear when we examine the economic realities facing Hawaiians. The cost of living in Hawaii has reached astronomical levels, making it increasingly difficult for residents to make ends meet. With a living index of 179 compared to the national average of 100, Hawaii stands as the most expensive state in the entire country. This means that everyday essentials like groceries, transportation, and healthcare come with a hefty price tag that many residents simply can't afford. But the most pressing issue driving people away from the islands is the housing crisis. The average home price in Hawaii has skyrocketed to an eye-watering $702 to $200, making it the most expensive state for housing in the U.S. This astronomical figure puts homeownership out of reach for many residents and even makes renting a significant financial burden. Moving to the mainland, we find Oregon as another surprising entry on our list, ranking as the 5th fastest declining state. Known for its stunning natural beauty and progressive cities, Oregon has long been a magnet for those seeking a high quality of life. However, the state experienced a population decline of about 0.38% from 2021 to 2022, with many residents leaving due to escalating living costs. The housing market in Oregon tells a similar story to Hawaii, albeit on a slightly less extreme scale. In Oregon, only 25% of households can afford the cost of buying a new home, highlighting the severity of the housing crisis. The market is characterized by overinflated prices, pushing many longtime residents to seek more affordable living conditions in neighboring states. These population shifts in Hawaii and Oregon present a paradox that challenges our understanding of desirable locations. States renowned for their natural beauty, outdoor recreation, and high quality of life are now struggling to retain residents due to the very popularity that once made them so attractive. The implications of these declines extend far beyond just numbers on a population chart. Both Hawaii and Oregon heavily rely on tourism as a cornerstone of their economies. As locals leave, the authentic culture and character that draw visitors to these destinations may begin to erode. This could potentially impact the tourism industry, creating a domino effect on local businesses, job markets, and overall economic stability. Moreover, the exodus of working-age residents could lead to labor shortages in critical industries. In Hawaii, this could affect not only the tourism sector, but also important areas like healthcare and education. For Oregon, the tech industry and green energy sector might face challenges in finding skilled workers if the population decline continues. There's also the question of sustainability. As populations shrink, these states may struggle to maintain the infrastructure and services that make them desirable places to live and visit. This could create a vicious cycle. Fewer residents lead to reduced tax revenues, which in turn results in declining public services, potentially driving away even more residents and tourists. We've seen some surprising entries so far, but the top 4 fastest declining states reveal an even more alarming trend. New York leads the pack, losing 0.91% of its population, about 80,000 people. Illinois follows closely, with a 0.82% decline, translating to around 104,000 residents leaving. West Virginia and Louisiana round out the top 4. What's driving this exodus? In New York, the highest tax burden in the nation at 12.47% is pushing residents away. Illinois struggles with the second highest property tax rates in the U.S. Louisiana faces a staggering 19.6% poverty rate, while West Virginia's poor economy offers limited opportunities despite low living costs. These population shifts have far-reaching implications. As people leave, these states lose political influence and face shrinking tax bases. The question remains, can these once powerful states reverse course, or will their decline reshape America's future?